Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Captain Atom number 79. So it's witness the birth of the incomparable Dr. Spectro, master of moods. Different, dangerous, diabolical. So he's like Psycho Pirate from he's kinda like Psycho he's a lot like that's basically the same power as a Psycho Pirate. So Captain Atom faces Dr. Spectro, master of moods. Actually, he even looks like Psycho Pirate a little bit. So created by Pat Musilli, story by Ditko and Gill, pencil by Steve Ditko, ink by Rocco Mastrosirio, letter by John D. Agostino. So you see how they turn against Captain Atom. Note their expressions of hate. Feel their wrath, their violent mood. All are spellbound by the master of moods, the incomparable Dr. Spectro. In a southwest, an Air Force truck loaded with highly classified and expensive equipment came to a barrier in the road. They stopped for our phony barrier. Give them the nerve gas. Hurry. Rodent will pay plenty for this shipment. At that moment, many miles away, a door bursts inward, and the mighty figure of Captain Atom enters. Rodent! Captain Atom's found us! He hasn't got me yet. Massive barriers leaped out from the walls, but they won't stop me, Rodent. I'm going to smash you and your racket, Rodent. But the diabolically clever fiend has other tricks. A wall of armored steel more than a foot thick. Surely no man could penetrate that. In an instant, Captain Atom changes his molecular body structure, and the impregnable steel wall ceased to be a barrier, for it excluded material objects. And Captain Atom had dematerialized. Get him! I must have time to destroy the records! Rodent's gang has failed to hold him off, and Captain Atom reached the paper the master criminal had been desperate to trying to destroy before it went up in flames. It's a list of the gangs Rodent works with. Only one name on the list was burned away. I'll use my belt radio to pass his information along to Washington so they can round them up fast. In Washington, a special operator manned that frequency night and day. Roger, Captain Atom. Now, while you were capturing that bunch, one of our Air Force trucks was hijacked in your area. The men on the list you recovered are in that region, too, and we believe the man whose name was burned away can be found nearby. Resume undercover identity and track down that last man, and the entire ring will be destroyed. Roger, I will proceed immediately. A few days later, in a city near the place where the Air Force truck was hijacked, Captain Atom was operating in civilian attire, seeking that last nameless man on Rodent's master list. I told Gunner to meet me at the circus. I hope he had better luck picking up leads at that base than I did. So it says, presents Dr. Spectro, master of moods. The rendezvous, a sideshow featuring the weirdly dressed performer called Dr. Spectro, master of moods. Show's just beginning. I'll have to wait till it's over to see Gunner. Ladies and gentlemen, few of you realize the importance of color in your lives. Used properly, it can cure incurable diseases. Light and color can save life, or it can destroy life. By using color and light, I can make you laugh or cry, love or hate, calm as a sunset or as a volcano, as a tornado or violent as a tornado. Watch closely, ladies and gentlemen. Concentrate. Watch the changing lights. There's another advertisement for some Charlton comics. It's the same one, I think it's been a few times. As Dr. Spectro spoke, the brilliant prisms on his wrists caught light, refracted it in a brilliant fantasy of color, and his audience smiled, delight upon their happy faces. Now the light changes, and with it the mood, and you see somber hues. You are no longer happy. I'm beginning to feel depressed. He's amazing. I got tremendous potential. He's a genius. I must talk to him after the show. You're a fake, a phony. I want my money back. There's one in every crowd. That stupid idiot. How much longer must I take abuse from the unbelievers? He claims he can heal patients with color. The authorities did more than scoff. You must leave since you refuse to give up your ridiculous theories. Never. I will perfect it yet. Dr. Spectro went on with his work. He presented his ideas to others, but it was always the same. Ha ha ha! Rubbish, we don't want to hear it anymore. Impractical. Get out of my office, Dr. Spectro. So I became a circus performer. It gave me the chance to continue my experiments and test my theories on people. This heckler is an excellent subject. Ha ha ha! Am I supposed to be scared? Hey, the light's different. Cut it out! I am getting scared. Oh no, no, stop it! That was no act. He was really scared. In that audience, the gang leader, whose name had been burned off the list, was sitting. We're hot, Chief. We got a lamb out here. We need dough for that. I got an idea. We'll knock off the bank here. Use this guy and his lights to draw people away from the bank. He won't know the score. I'll leave now and have a word with Gunner. I'll talk to Dr. Spectro after the show. After the show, learn anything, Gunner? I drew a blank. The people of the base are clean, Captain Adam. They're going to be hard to nab. They'll lay low with Rodent gone. What do we do next? I want a word with Dr. Spectro. Then we'll plan our next move. Meanwhile, inside of Dr. Spectro's tent. It's just a joke on someone, Dr. Spectro. You'll be paid well. I'm fed up with jokes. Get out. You'll do it the hard way, then. The blow hurtled Dr. Spectro backwards into his experimental apparatus, and then a weird thing occurred. The prisms on Dr. Spectro's wrists captured the light from the wrecked experiment, and Dr. Spectro was caught directly in the rays of the refracted energy. I'm absorbing the power of light and color. Dr. Spectro was caught in a trap of his own making. As the brilliant flaming red rays bathed his brain, hate began to dominate his thoughts, to change his entire mind. I have the power. I can destroy them all. No one will ever laugh at me again. I'll show everyone. They will be taught a lesson. Dr. Spectro whirled on the criminals, his first victims. As for you, that light, it makes me feel sick. What's he doing to us? Let's lamb out here. I can't take it. And Captain Adam, wait here for me, Gunner. I'm going in to see Dr. Spectro. The frightened criminals passed near Gunner. What now, boss? We still need dough. We're going through with the bank job. They're criminals. Hold it, boss. Someone hurt us. So there's another ad. This is for our Bubbles. It's kind of weird, Bubbles. Like a bunch of party tricks and martial arts, hypnotism. I see a lot of the hypnotism stuff. Yeah, it's judo and that. I think judo was really popular in the 1960s. Because I hear like all the superheroes in the comics always talking about like how they use, like in the comics at the time, they're saying like how they used judo moves in that in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. And even 70s, they say that. So, the boss's gun covered Gunner in a split second. Act natural and walk ahead of us, Mac. I can't even tip off Captain Adam. And Captain Adam, in his undercover role, talked with Dr. Spectro. You could benefit all mankind with your discoveries, Dr. Spectro. I tried, but they laughed at me. I'm going to make everyone pay for it the way I was treated. It's your turn now. Oh, I'm getting sick. Gotta get out. Can't take any more. Woo. Almost passed out. Dr. Spectro is a dangerous man. Where's Gunner? I better contact him. Using the belt radio, Captain Adam called Gunner repeatedly. His radio is built into his dog tags, but he doesn't acknowledge my calls. Something is wrong. Not far away in a warehouse where the stolen Air Force equipment had been stored, the sergeant's out cold, and he never get through that iron door. Now what? We hit the bank, stupid. We gotta lamb out of here. Inside, behind the iron door, Gunner came awake. Gotta get in touch with Captain Adam. The miniature transistor radio was cunningly concealed inside his dog tags. Captain Adam from Gunner. Captain Adam from Gunner. Come in, please. And radio signal from Washington? No, that's Gunner's signal. I'm locked in, Captain. I don't know where I am. Keep your signal, Gunner. I'll home in on your radio wave. And Captain Adam's super hearing picks up Gunner's radio wave. He zoomed closer as it got stronger and stronger. Walls and doors meant nothing to Captain Adam. This is where they took the hijacked Air Force equipment. This is the bunch we're after. They just left, Captain Adam. They're going to rob the bank. You get the local police. I'll go to the bank. At the bank, the criminals were busily working on the massive vault when Captain Adam arrived. Start drilling. Look out, get that guy. One hood had a .45 automatic, and Captain Adam pointed at this weapon. Pure heat was beamed from his atomic fist. The gun was instantly sizzling hot and can't hold the gat. But the boss criminal hadn't given up. As Captain Adam turned toward him, the chief scooped sand out of a sand-filled ashtray and... He can't see, get him! But blinded by the sand, Captain Adam has other ways to find his enemies, and... I should give you an atomic punch, traitor. Police and bank guards arrived at that moment. He knocked out the whole gang. Take them into custody. I'll explain later. At that moment, from outside the bank, terrified screams were heard. Yee! What's going on? They're terribly frightened or something. Captain Adam hurled outside to see Dr. Spectro, the Mood Master, beaming a vari-colored light ray, creating eerie hues never before seen by man, and they ran terrified by this evil power, which they could not understand. I've got to stop him. Run, you fools! You fear me now! Ha ha ha! You can't escape. I can paralyze you with a different beam. I can shine with a hotter brilliance than the sun. It's even beginning to affect me. Make him turn it off. I've got to break his hold on my mind before I become too frightened to resist. I have it. I'll generate tremendous body heat. Create a heat shield which will repel his color ray. Armored by a shimmering shield of pure heat energy, Captain Adam no longer feared his weird adversary. I've got to stop him right now. You fool, you still don't realize the extent of my power. Raising his fists, Dr. Spectro converted all light and color into pure power rays. These smashed into Captain Adam. Now to create a hate color to arouse the people. And Dr. Spectro focused a color beam on Captain Adam, which aroused the onlookers to pure fury. Hatred was a scalding tide in their hearts. I hate him. Let's destroy him. He's inciting them into violence with his color-created moods. Summoning all his strength. Can't fight them. They're helpless to resist. To overcome the weakness created by the Mood Master's strange colors, Captain Adam leaped beyond the reach of the hate-filled mob. Gotta stop him. He's a menace to the world. I know. I'll generate heat, here in my hand. I'll let the heat build into an atomic fireball of flame. This will stop him. The fool plays into my hand. The electromagnetic refractor on my chest is used to project the light rays. But now I will use it to absorb the tremendous heat in the atomic fireball. I will store this great power, and the power will be mine to use as I see fit. It is done. Captain Adam's power now belongs to me. Now I will turn the tremendous energy back to its source. I will destroy Captain Adam. Oof, he's too much. I stunned him. Got to recover before he hits me again. He missed. Okay, there's an ad for X-ray glasses. I guess is that like 3D glasses? Yeah, that's a scam. 2 living monsters in your room. Oh, this is Ripley's Blue. Okay. This is like some sort of tie-in. Control center. Okay, so I guess they're like toys or something. And there's an ad for portable TV set. Yeah, that must have been really expensive back in 1960s. Exciting blow dart game. Okay. So anyway, I won't miss. This will stop him. He's got a wallop too. Then Dr. Spectro, the Mood Master, played his ace. As he slugged Captain Atom, he projected a color ray that blasted the molecular man off his feet. Surviving the terrific punishment, Captain Atom fought the Moon Master toe-to-toe. The epic battle was weakening the powerful warriors. Captain Atom's mighty muscles pitted against the light and color of the universe. I'm weakening. I must renew the power I've used on Captain Atom. I have it, that car. I'll beam a heat ray at the gasoline tank and cause it to explode. Then I absorb the power of the explosion. Oh no, the more power he absorbs, the greater his abilities become. Now you'll see that I am more than a match for you. More brilliant than the sun, with more power than an atomic blast, Dr. Spectro used his vast powers on Captain Atom. Captain Atom, with a last desperate lunge, smashed his enemy backward into a power line, where high-tension power lines threw great arcs of pure power into Dr. Spectro. And Dr. Spectro made no attempt to remove himself. He stayed there with 50,000 volts pouring into his body. The fool! He'll never be able to control all the power he's absorbing. I gotta cut off the power before he takes on too much power. Supercharged with more energy than any man had been ever held before, Dr. Spectro hurled after Captain Atom. I'll finish Captain Atom for good. At supersonic speed, Captain Atom zoomed toward his enemy. Dr. Spectro came on to the attack, pulsating with power, aglow with color and light. The thought came to Captain Atom. Dr. Spectro had so much energy, he almost had to burn out like a light bulb which received too much voltage. Even as the thought came, Captain Atom saw Dr. Spectro changing. Aglow with the flickering color, destroyed by a hate which was too great for any man's body, and he vanished. With the last blinding burst of color, the Mood Master was no more. With his arch-enemy gone, Captain Atom reported the city police, who had to round up the criminals involved in the case. Where did Dr. Spectro go? We were watching, and he's vanished. Is he gone for good? No, I don't think so. Somehow I feel he's still up there, somewhere, waiting. You are right, Captain Atom. I will return, and when I do, I shall prove that I am supreme after all. Next time I shall not fail. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys yeah, that's kind of, yeah, Dr. Spectro. I think he was in Justice League Unlimited. He might have been one of the Legion of Doom. I think that was the only appearance outside of the comics he was ever in. But anyway, I hope you guys, or he might have been on Brave and the Bold, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.